If you shoot talking head videos such as this one, then having a teleprompter can be an absolute lifesaver. In fact, I'm using one right now. And toward the end of 2020, I published a video review of this teleprompter, which can be found here. Since then, I've received a few comments in regards to the remote that is included with it, and how one could backtrack or skip ahead in the script with it, rather than having to walk up to the unit and scroll through manually. Unfortunately, despite the fact that even today, the listing for the teleprompter still states that the included remote can adjust the scroll speed, it would only ever allow me to start and pause it. And while that is helpful, I've always wanted more. And apparently, so do some of you. So after several purchases and returns, along with some experimenting, I finally found the game-changing combination. And I'm here to share it with you. You're welcome. It all starts with this. This is a Bluetooth gamepad that I picked up on Amazon for $11. It features 5 total buttons, including the power button, which can be assigned to an action in our case, as well as a joystick that is essentially good for up, down, left, and right. It's decently built, is compact, rechargeable via micro USB, and gets the job done in a way that works for me. Also important is that while there is some sound when you press the button, it's not loud and clicky. In fact, I would compare it to a membrane keyboard as opposed to a mechanical one, so very little, if any noise at all, makes it into your audio. Now, I haven't had it for a very long time yet, but I can tell you that it has cut my filming time down significantly and allows me to have a much more natural delivery, since I can scroll through the script as needed. If you'd like to pick one of these up, by the way, I'll leave a link for it in the description down below. And while you're down there, maybe consider leaving me a thumbs up and hitting subscribe. The YouTube algorithm really likes that. Now, I mentioned that this remote is the start of the game-changing combination. The other part is a different teleprompter app called Elegant Teleprompter. While I did very much enjoy using the GVM app, there was no option to use a more capable remote, such as this one. That's not the case with Elegant Teleprompter though, because you're able to assign commands to a Bluetooth remote of your choosing in the same way that you can change key assignments for a video game. Simply select the action in question, press the desired button on your remote, and you're on your way. From that point on, that button will select that action, and thus far has worked flawlessly for me. You do have to make sure that the switch on your remote is on game instead of key though. Took me a minute to figure that out for myself. When it comes to the assignable actions within the Elegant Teleprompter app, you have play pause, scroll up or down, increase or decrease the scroll speed, increase or decrease the font size, and you can skip to the next or backtrack to the previous paragraph. Basically, everything you should need to be able to improve your workflow. There's one very small catch though, which is that there is both a free and paid version of this app. Now, I use the free version for now, which does include some ads and limitations, such as only being able to import text files instead of also being able to import Word document files. But if that's a deal breaker for you, then the pro version of the app is only $2.99 and does include some additional, albeit in my opinion, less important features. In closing, I do still use and love the GVM TQ-M Teleprompter, but I've benefited immensely by swapping to the Elegant Teleprompter app and using it with this nifty little Bluetooth remote. And if you are in a similar situation, I'd highly encourage you to look into both. So that's it. If you have any questions about this setup, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If you don't have any questions, leave a comment anyway. It tricks YouTube into thinking that you like me. I do hope you found this video to be both helpful and informative though, and if you did, please consider doing all the other things that most people on YouTube ask you to do at the end of their videos. I'd really appreciate it. Did you do it?